G'day everyone, Professor Shoelace here, and after 21 takes of this video we're just really going to wing it this time. I'm trying to do a video about the Ian knot, the world's fastest shoelace knot. So here we go. Now first I'll show it to you at normal speed so you can see that it really is the world's fastest shoelace knot. Okay, you ready? It's tied. Can't get much faster than that, can you? Now Inga's going to zoom in a bit here and we'll show it in slow motion. Now each end grabs a loop and one of them has a loose end in front and the other one has a loose end behind. And you notice I just basically feed them through each other's loops and pull it tight. And at normal speed, it's the world's fastest shoelace knot. Now don't confuse this with what we call the two-loop knot, which a lot of kids learn in kindergarten. That's where you create bunny ears and tie a knot with them. Okay. The Ian knot also has two loops, but obviously it's a lot quicker to just push them through each other than it is to do the whole bunny ears thing. So now, a few advantages of the Ian knot. One is that it's completely symmetrical. So unlike the normal one loop, wrap it around the tree type of knot, with that knot, one end is always getting more wear and tear than the other. And in fact, that's the end that will always end up breaking. Now with the Ian knot, the wear and tear is spread symmetrically throughout the knot. In fact, I haven't had a breakage for about 20 years since using this knot. The other advantage about being symmetrical is that, look, people are left or right-handed. So if you're right-handed and you're trying to do that, or if you're left-handed and you're trying to do that, it's a lot more complicated. With the Ian knot, it doesn't matter. Left and right-handed people can do it just as easily. So that's terrific for, say, a right-handed parent trying to teach a left-handed child, which happens a lot. The third thing is that there's fewer steps. So a normal knot where you do this and fold it over and then grab the other end and wrap it around and pull it there and feed that through and pull it tight. There's a lot of steps there for a child to learn, and kids with learning sequencing difficulties find that very difficult. With the Ian knot, once you get the starting position correct, it's just a single in-out movement. So that makes it easier for kids to learn. But the funny thing is, no matter which way you do it, whether you tie a standard bunny round the tree knot, or whether you tie a two-loop knot, or whether you tie the Ian knot, now all three of those form the identical finished knot. So it doesn't matter which way you tie it, you'll end up with the identical knot, and therefore it'll be just as secure as whatever knot you're using now. So anyway, that's it. That's the Ian knot. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you want more detailed instructions and diagrams, go to Ian's Shoelace site. G'day everyone, Ian Fegan here, also known as Professor Shoelace, as you can see from this t-shirt that my partner had made up for me. Now I've done a few videos in the past about my Ian knot, the world's fastest shoelace knot. Today I'm doing a tutorial video, much slower, much more detail. I'm sure you'll be able to learn the Ian knot from using this video. Now give me a second while we get set up here. And we can begin. Now I'll start by showing it to you at normal speed so you can see that it really is the world's fastest shoelace knot. That's it. 2 steps, 2 seconds, and it's tied. Now let's look at that in more detail. Begin with the left over right starting knot. So that's the left end going over and through the right end. Then we create 2 loops. The left hand loop has a loose end in front and the right hand loop has a loose end behind. And those loose ends get crossed over in the middle of the knot, fed through each other's loops and pulled tight. Again, left hand loop with the loose end in front, right hand loop with the loose end behind. Now you'll notice I'm pushing the right hand loose end in through this left hand loop in front of that piece there, and at the same time I'm pushing this loose left end through the right hand loop which goes behind that piece there. And when I pull them through, it creates the knot. Now when people are first learning this knot, they tend to do the 2 loops symmetrically. So here we've got mirror images. We've got both loose ends in front, or they'll do it like that with both loose ends behind. And that just simply won't work. You push them through and you get nothing. There is no knot there. So here's a trick for creating the loops in the right orientation. Let's do it in 2 steps. Grab them each with the thumb and forefinger, thumbs towards you, forefingers away from you, and just swing them. I'm swinging the left end to the front and the right end to the back away from me. Next, I swing them upwards so that they meet in the middle. And at this point, where everything's in the right position, we can just do the crossover and pull through. Again, grab them in each hand, swing the left hand forwards, the right end backwards, swing them up to meet in the middle, and then do the crossover and feed through. Now, as you start to get used to this, you'll have to do it less and less obviously as 2 steps. You'll be able to do sort of one flowing movement like that, and eventually you'll just be able to do it like that. Now the final thing to watch out for is that I tie my starting knot left over right, but a lot of other people tie their starting knot right over left. Now that's fine, and you'd think it wouldn't make much difference, but it does. When I do the remainder of the knot, notice how it's trying to sit along the shoe instead of across the shoe. Now that's an unbalanced knot that we call a granny knot, and that knot will actually come undone a lot more easily. So either continue to do it the way I do it with a left over right starting knot, and then swing the left end forwards, the right end backwards, meet in the middle and pull it through, or do the whole lot in reverse. You can do a right over left starting knot, then the right end swings forwards, left end swings backwards, meet in the middle, pull through, and you've again got a balanced knot that will stay securely tied. Finally, you may have noticed that I actually do my starting knot using the ear knot technique in reverse. So I start by swinging the right end forwards, left end backwards, meet in the middle, and pull the loose ends all the way through to create my starting knot. Then I swing the left end forwards, the right end backwards, meet in the middle, and pull through to create the finishing knot. So as long as those 2 steps are done in reverse of each other, you'll have a balanced knot that'll sit secure. So anyway, that's the ear knot. Hope you managed to learn it. And if you want more detailed instructions, diagrams, animations, you name it, you can go to Ian's Shoelace site. G'day everyone, Ian Fegan here, also known as Professor Shoelace. Today's video is a bit of a challenge. I want to see how quickly I can tie 10 pairs of shoes, that's 20 shoelaces, using my Ian knot, the world's fastest shoelace knot. Now you can see I've got 10 pairs of shoes here, and there are a variety of different styles with different types of laces. So let's see how I go. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's about 24 point something seconds. Now I'll just zoom in so you can see that they've all been tied correctly. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want more information about the Ian knot, you can go to Ian's Shoelace site.